Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuhu. Today I'm here with Amani. I first met Amani at ICUC Masjid. She came to be part of the fitness class that I taught there for at least a few years. It was at least 2-ish years or more. And getting to know Amani, she also has done one-on-one coaching with me. She has taken classes, and she's one of my favorite people to work with. And today, we're just going to talk a little bit about the work we did together, and more so some of the bigger topics like confidence, body image, motherhood, because I do think that the success that I've seen Amani accomplish, and also even the things that are hard for her, I know that a lot of other women deal with, and it's always at Wellness with Yasmin about being real and talking about real life and whatnot. Amani is a mother of 3 very, very energetic and cute children who are coming home soon, by the way, so we're going to keep this short. And she's a wife to her husband Hassan, and she's also her and her husband have a business. For those of you, I know we're going to get people that are going to watch this when I place the recording online from all over the world. But for those of you that are in New Jersey, they have a limousine business. So I will put information in the description about that. Inshallah, you should definitely use them. So without further ado, Amani, I have a question for you. What made you want to start working one-on-one? I could remember a very specific conversation we had that where you were kind of at a point where you wanted to, you already had a good life, alhamdulillah. Sometimes people think that when you do coaching, it's about having, things be miserable. That wasn't the case, but nonetheless, there were certain things you were like fed up with and you wanted to improve. And as Muslims, we're always trying to improve. Even non-Muslims, want to do that as well. So yeah, what kind of triggered you? And of course, only share what is comfortable for you to share.
Definitely. Jazakallah khair. Well, my main thing, I'm a perfectionist, and I was getting really frustrated and overwhelmed on a continual basis. And that amount of stress was leading me to not be the best mom I could be, the best wife I could be, the best person I could be. And I really, I didn't want to just survive. I wanted to really be optimal. And I learned actually from you that the goal is not perfectionism, it's optimalism. And alhamdulillah, I got more than what I could have imagined.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for sharing that. What is, that one of my biggest things is providing tools so that, when we work together and whatnot, when we're done working with one another, you still have those tools, right? So what, do you mind sharing maybe one of your favorite tools that you've acquired, or just ways of thinking, or whatever the case may be?
Yes, one of my favorite tools is just my vision. It goes along with the perfectionism. My vision was to be perfect in everything, and now my vision is more realistic, and I'm more accepting of myself when I make mistakes, and I'm not very harsh with myself. I'm very kind with myself, and I'm looking at it from a perspective of, okay, well, how do I improve next time? So I don't beat myself up over it. That's the biggest thing for me, is being kind to myself.
Alhamdulillah, thank you for sharing that. The last thing I want to ask you is, through whatever you felt that you have benefited from our work together, and knowing that these things that you sometimes struggle with or whatnot are not, other women struggle with as well. Do you have a message? I know the things we focused on a lot was just balancing all the things that, one has to do in life. And for you, that's balancing motherhood, wifehood, just regular living, and also managing a business, and also confidence and body image. What message do you have for others? And, perhaps you could derive it from some of the benefits that you got with our work together.
I would say the biggest message is the quote that you put on the beginning of the journals, is that, and of course I'm going to get this wrong, but you're a collection of days. So basically, like, really taking advantage of your time and making the best of what you can now, because we're here for a very limited amount of time. And, yes, you could do it on your own, but this is yourself. I mean, this is the best gift that Allah gave you, is your life. So you have to take advantage of that and utilize it to the best that you possibly can. And this is the best investment you can ever possibly make. And you can't pour from an empty cup, like they say. So if you yourself is at your best, then you will be able to serve the deen, and you will be able to serve your family. You will be able to serve the society.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khair for that. And that's okay. Sometimes I word quotes not exactly the way that they should be, but I'll always have a disclaimer like you just did. Alhamdulillah. Anything else you want to share before we close out?
Yasmin is the most sincere person that you can ever work with as a coach. She lets you feel very comfortable, where, like, I was able to share with her, things that I have not been able to share with another soul. So she lets you feel like is judgment free, and where you can really you have the opportunity to blossom at your best, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khair for your very nice words, Amani. I know that I wanted to keep this short and sweet and natural. Thank you so much for your kind words. You have no idea. One of the reasons why I like to have videos like this is just because you have no idea, just your words, how they might speak to another woman, and the hope that they'll give them. And even just putting yourself out there is a little bit vulnerable. I know this is not, at first, I know you weren't a big fan of this idea, and I never pushed it because I'm not supposed to push anything on anyone. But, just putting yourself out there, I'm proud of you. And, I look forward to seeing. I'm sure we'll get a little bit of interaction and whatnot on this. So for those watching, Jazakallah khair, thank you for watching. And, feel free to leave any comments below, inshallah. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.